So Unsigned Rewind. What is Unsigned Rewind? Okay, well, if you've listened before, then you'll know. If you haven't listened before, I'm going to tell you. This is where I like to find some music for you to play that you've probably never heard before. It is of a band that was never signed from anywhere in the world that released some music but don't exist anymore. So it is it could be, I mean, this band could have existed last year, 5 years ago, 10, 20, 30, 40, however long, it doesn't matter. If you were a band and you don't exist anymore, but you've got some music which is amazing, send it to me and I will play it, because the world is full of amazing music that nobody's heard, and I'm finding that week by week the pile of music that I've got for this feature is getting bigger and bigger, and I kind of starting to think may need to do something else with it. There's probably a podcast here where I can interview the bands as well, so I'm kind of thinking of how to incorporate that into this radio show too. So anyway, this week I'm going to play the track. Actually, let's tell you a little bit about the artist first. Hang on a second. So the artist is called Civil Holdup. Now, they've reached out to me and they've told me a little bit about themselves. Now, they're from Philly. That's what they said. That's not what I call it. I would quite happily call it Philadelphia. But they're from Philly. So I'm going to be playing the track which is called Same Rider. And they write, record, mix, master all their own music. And they're in the process of finding a new drummer because they're on a hiatus at the moment, because they're of that age where they're all having babies and they've decided to put the band on hold a little bit. I did that. My band is currently on hiatus and we have been for 14 years. Anyway, so hopefully these guys are going to come back. So they said their best gig was in a venue called Milky Boy. Milky Boy, that was a track that I played on the show a couple of weeks ago. Doesn't matter. A venue called Milk Boy in Philly. The place was absolutely packed, like probably violating fire code level packed. And while we were on stage, the legendary Philadelphia Eagle Jason Kelth showed up and listened to our set as he drank some beers and chatted with fans. Cool feeling for us Philadelphians who worship Kelth. Wasn't he in an episode of Always Sunny? I don't know if I'm getting that wrong. I may be getting it right. I don't know, because it doesn't matter. Again, just say things, it's just go off on these tangents. I find it very difficult to stay on track sometimes. You may notice. Anyway, so James says, right, one interesting but less good story was, let's just turn this down a little bit. He says here, one interesting but less good story was that we were the final band to ever win the monthly voting competition on the music platform Feed Bands. Feed Bands was a subscription service where unsigned bands could submit their music and subscribers would vote for their favourites, and each month the winning band would get their music pressed to vinyl, which would be sent to the subscribers, and we won. The less good part of the story was that after we won, Feed Bands had us remaster our music for the vinyl, which we did. And then Feed Bands went belly up and never pressed us to vinyl. So after years of operations, Feed Bands just happened to collapse right as we won, and we got nothing for it. We were a little salty about it. I'm not surprised, especially after having to remaster our album for it. Yeah, I'd be upset about that too. So, sure, I think, right, I've listened to your music. I think it's fantastic. I know you're in the middle of finding a drummer and, you know, you're on a hiatus. It doesn't cost that much money to press stuff to vinyl. Surely you can do a little Kickstarter or something. And I think it's worth it, mate. I think your music's fantastic. I mean, he hails his influences as, let me just find this, because influenced by Pearl Jam, Perfect Circle, Band of Horses, Incubus and Manchester Orchestra. So, and you know, I've said before, I like bands that wear their influences on their sleeve. Anyway, there's no need for me to talk any more about it. Let's play. This is Same Rider by Civil Holdup.
Clear that your service is no longer needed. think I wanna know.
So that was Civil Holdup with Same Rider. Now, check them out. They are a 5-piece alt-rock band from Philadelphia. And James, if you're listening, and the rest of the band, if you're listening, if you do manage to find another drummer and get stuff together to do more music, send it my way. I'd happily play it on the show. And for those of you listening, look them up on the socials. They've got a YouTube channel, and have a look at their videos and the output they've got there. So if you like what you've just heard, please go and find them on the socials. Tell them that you like it, and maybe persuade them to get some vinyl pressed if you would be willing to buy it off of them, because that's the way to do it, isn't it? So that was this week's Unsigned Rewind. If you were in a band and you want to share it with me, please email it to me at radio.alt.ldr@gmail.com, and I will have a chat with you. We'll find out more about the band, and I'll happily play your music if it cuts the mustard. How do you cut mustard? Surely, is it solid enough to cut? Surely you just spoon it out. Anyway, if it cuts the mustard, I'll play it on the show. Right, let's move on. This is a band.